Hello everyone, Itzzdivinity here, and today I wanted to make a video about a Torghast run. I'm going to be showing the entire run that I'm going to do on the layer 8. So if you have like any questions or not sure about what is going wrong in your run, if you're not managing to time it or not having enough damage, I hope this video is going to be helpful for you then, especially because I will be going over every single option that I'm going to get in this entire run. Don't forget, I have different gear than you as well. Like as you can see, my gear at the moment is 212. This is the talent setup that I run. Like I'm actually picking all of these because the fact Unitar's is really great. Shimmer makes us like think on the move. Well, we can cast. Rune of Power is just amazing for combustion. Flame on, Frenetic Speak, Flame Patch because we are using Flame Patch quite a lot. Flame Strikes, I mean. So Flame Patch is going to be really good. And Kindling, of course. This is the conduits that I'm running, using Infernal Cascade as usual. And then the second one, Master of Flame, because again, we're going to use Flame Strike quite often. So, the goal of this video is just so you guys can see how I do my layer 8 runs, and hope I help out other people that are not sure yet, like, what is going wrong if they're failing a run. So, that's mainly the goal of this video, so I'll be going over everything each time I get an option. Like my cooldown management right as well. I will be going over everything basically. So, first of all, we're gonna get an option here. I'm not a fan of this because I don't polymorph a lot in Tower of Torghast. I don't think it's a good option. So this one will give us that we can use shifting power on the move, and we're gonna use that a lot. So being able to do it on the move is gonna be really great. So how I always tackle Tower of Torghast at the beginning, the earlier floors, I always just kill everything. I always just kill everything, because this way you're gonna get the most powers that you can get. And at a certain point, you know if you're strong enough or not in order to kill the last boss, right? Like at some point when you're at Tower layer 8, layer 4 or 5, you already know whether or not you're gonna be safe with the current powers that you have. Then you can just blast right through. But since we don't know how strong we are going to be at the end, I always just recommend to clear everything at the beginning, even though it might take a while, right? So, as you can see, this is our first target already. He has a lot of HP. Question has not a lot of cooldown, so we just combust this. That is usually what I just do. The moment I have combustion and I see there's a target nearby with a lot of HP, I just combust it. Because of the fact combustion is up very quick, and you're gonna have plenty of time to use combustions multiple times during a run. As well with Time Warp, by the way. Every single floor will also reset your Time Warp. So you can always just use your Time Warp. If you think, oh, I'm not sure if I can manage to do this pool, just Time Warp then. So that's always really helpful. As you can see, because of the power that we picked, we can use it on the move. Oh, fell down. This is also great. So you can see there's a guy locked here. Always help him out. At the end, when you help him out, you're going to get a free power. And that's going to help out a lot. I just saw this guy drop the power, which I forgot. This one is nice. Like it used to be that it dropped the moment you hit something with Fireball. But a while back ago, they changed it. So every single time you break a vase, your damage of your Fireball is just permanently increased by 2%. And this stacks to 100 stacks. So your Fireball is just going to be increased by 200% even. Like we're just going to the side here, even though we don't have to go here. You can already see this phase already has a power that we can gain. This guy that is stuck will give us intellect if we free him. So just always go out of your way in Tower of Torghast, especially at the beginning. There's so much that you can gain from it, and it will help you out. Just gonna do a little bit of a pull because I have Christian up as well. Might as well just use it here because I'm gonna be stuck here for quite a while because of the fact that I want to clear everything here. I'm gonna talk, so by the time I'm gonna be pulling, I will be most likely have combustion back again. Don't forget to talk to this guy, so you gain a buff which will give you increased intellect, as you can see. There it is. And this will also go up all the time. There is no cap on it. So the moment you see one, just free him. Interrupt an enemy spellcast, reduce your damage take by 20% for 20 seconds. Increase shifting power damage by 10 seconds. I rather pick the Constellation Shield because we don't have a lot of interrupts, right? It's either our interrupt itself or Dragon's Breath. So having it so that if you interrupt an enemy and he will reduce the damage to you, it's going to be really helpful because the fact that you won't be able to keep CCing or interrupting the guy. So at some point, cast will go through. So you will just, yeah, get hit for less. A few more mole rats. Just pulling those together. Gonna be more spicy now because I know I have all my defensive available. So what I'm gonna do, use mirror images, alter time. Then we just shift power, even though we're at full stacks. Which is stupid. I should have not done that. I should have used all my stacks and then used shifting power. Because now I kind of wasted a lot of stacks. Which is quite a shame. Alright. As you can see, we're already getting quite some phantasm. We're not even that far yet. And there's more. And just clear that. Get another power. Reduce the cast time of Fireball. This one actually goes in really well with the Seeker Scroll because of the fact that our Fireball is going to do more damage, right? So you could pick this one, but I'm going to pick this one because it already combines your damage of Fireball, right? Because of the fact that of the early power that we got. And my main goal is just get powers that work together in order to, yeah, get more benefit out of a certain power, right? Like if you have all powers that are not combined or like doing anything extra for you, then it's just not that great. Then we have another guy that we can free, which will just give us more intellect. And you will see the earlier floors are going to take the longest, but the moment we're getting to higher floors, it's going to go way quicker already. I'm actually just... Oh, lucky, we got a loot. I just want to say we're just going to skip him. Increase critical damage and health. But oh well.
I don't have a target.
They're almost at the end of the first floor already. There are a lot of mole rats. There's the guy that we need to save, so we're just walking towards him. Just gonna pull everything. There we go. Gonna use my mirror images because I feel like I'm getting low already. They will target them, so that's nice. This will take up some of our damage that we're gonna take otherwise. Dragon red, so they don't run too far. Then you can see there are quite some vases left as well. And another free spirit that we can release. We can get more intellect. And all of this is just something that's gonna help you out in the long run. It's not a lot at the beginning, but in the long run, it's gonna help you out a lot. And that's the main goal of Torghast, right? Like, you just want to be able to kill all the bosses as fast as you can. Don't know what, yeah. Now, because of a mage, right, we can have our own food, which is really helpful, so we can keep eating. 50 power entangles enemies. It hits, rooting them in place for 5 seconds. Ooh, this is a spice one, right? So, this will make us so that if we use shifting powers, they will also get rooted for 5 seconds, right? This one is the moment, yeah, your spells and attacks have a chance to grant 35% mastery for 15 seconds. Because of the fact that this one is purple, right? You think, oh, it's instantly better. But we have so many tools already to kite around enemies. Because of the fact that we're using Flame Strike for slows, we're having Ice Nova, we have Dragon's Breath as well. And we're already able to use shifting power on the move. So I don't think we need the power entanglements. So I'd rather go for the damage one, because this will make it so that our ignite actually is going to hurt a lot, especially if it procs during combustion. And since this is the last guy and I didn't use Bloodlust, we can still use it because on the next floor it's going to reset. Anyway, so interrupt. I actually missed. It's unfortunate. The moment you get close, I just use shifting power. I mean alter time. Because if I get damaged, I can just be like, yo, alter time back and be full HP again. So it's a great ability. I love it. You can also lure 3 Morris. I'm not a fan of this one. There are plenty of enough Morris already in the instance itself, so this one I don't recommend taking. This one, though, is quite helpful because it makes it so that your mirror image is going to be up longer, so you're going to have a longer time of having damage taken reduction. So, and maybe we're going to get a power right later that's going to empower our mirror images, and having then an additional one on them going to be really strong. It's going to be really great. But yeah, that was the first floor already, and as you can see, time warp reset, no biggie. I'll just keep on going. Setting combustion doesn't reset, so we kind of just have to wait around for that. It's not the biggest issue, right? And in this instance itself, you can actually spell steal quite a lot of abilities. Like either they're going to give you percent haste, or they're going to give percent damage reduction. As you can see, this guy has 6 stacks. You will only get 1 stack though, so that's something you need to take into consideration when you're spell stealing something. Oh, fate, that was unfortunate. That is something that you're not gonna get instantly 7 stacks as well. Like you do have to, like it does stack, but then you have to spell steal it when he casts this again in order to just stack it up. Like as you can see, 1 stack, steal again, 2 stacks. And this way, you can get actually quite a bit of debuff. But in order to have a really high uptime for that, you need to like chain pull quite often. And that's not something I do recommend in Tower of Torghast, especially not at the beginning. Because they're still quite squishy. You don't know what's going to happen. You might just die real quickly. So it's not worth it in my opinion. So we also kill these. Because we're still not really strong. I don't really want to skip a lot of minions because of that. Because I'm still not sure what we're going to get at the later floors. And we don't know what we're going to get in the shop as well. Trip that one because we're getting quite low. And we're out of mana. That's something to take into consideration as well. Spell steal costs 10k mana. It is a lot. It costs a lot, right? So if you get boom, that's the reason why. Just gonna use my combustion here to make sure I am not dead after this. And it's dead. Our faces, we just destroy them. As you can see, we're already on the 2nd floor. But the Seeker's Scroll is already increasing my damage of Fireball by 106%. It's quite big. This is quite a scary room. So what I'm going to do is I'm not going to pull everything at once, because that's just a death sentence. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to time warp here, because I don't think I'm going to need it at the end, right? Because the bosses at the end of each floor aren't really the scariest of them all. Most of them is the trash that's like really scary. So they're not necessarily combined together in an aggro pool. So if you're not sure whether you're not, you can take it. Just pull one at a time. And you should be fine. As you can see, we're able to just pull him. But keep in mind, if you do that with Phoenix Flames will spread to these targets. So you will pull more than you want. This room is quite scary, so I'm just gonna go Bloodlust. Instantly use my mirror images as well, because this guy's gonna hurt quite a bit. As you can see, we didn't even pull the second guy, right? So by doing it this way, you can just pull one at a time and be free. But as you can see, now I use Phoenix Flame to pull, and he instantly triggered the other guy. I need to be careful here. I'm gonna actually use Alter Time, so I can kite a bit. The spell steal as well. Alter Time is ending now, and we go back. And I might be in a pickle here. Not gonna lie, I might be in a pickle. Because we're gonna proc Cauterize here. something you really want to save as a last resort. You don't really want to proc cauterize. So as you can see, I actually went overboard on pooling. Because I thought I was fine. But I'm not. Because I didn't have combustion. And I just thought my time warp itself was going to be enough already. But it wasn't the case. So now we're just going to chill. I'm just going to pull the only guy that's left from the pack. Because for some reason I'm still in combat. So I cannot eat. I really want to. But I think I'm still in combat with this pack. Because I saw that one of them was pulled by accident. So I kind of want to kill them now. Since Torghast is not time restricted, just take it chill. You don't necessarily have to go, push. Just gonna wait for my combustion cooldown. And then we can just kill them easily without any issues. Especially since I was not able to eat. I like that. The pack's dead. Now we have another power. Free health. We take that all the way. No issue. And we actually got another one. Oh shit. Quite lucky. Let's see what we get. Free haste. Don't mind me. Oh. Ooh, I almost blinked into that group. That would be a death sentence. Like, I will probably die if I did that. So we're just going to kill this pack first. And then afterwards we're going to kill this with the combustion that I have. And with all the defensive that I have, right? Just going to kill this first. And as you can see, my fireball is already chunking a lot. Because the fact that I killed every single phase that I came across yet. So, see, 2.7k, 5.6k as a crit. It's not bad. It's basically just a pyroblast at this point. Which is not instant with the hot streak, so 5.7k. Free. Gonna see if I can pull this one alone. If not, then I have to use mirror images. I didn't, so I can save my mirror images for the pack afterwards. Because I really want to hold my defensives for those. Just gonna spell steal this as well to gain some more damage reduction. Okay, pushing this up. So now we're just gonna blast. Just gonna blast this pack. I didn't pull that one, which is unfortunate. I did really want to pull it. So my ignite is not as big as I want to. Using alter time as well. Blinking away. Using my mirror images in order to get some loss of aggro. So I can just go quite far. And go back with alter time because it ran out. Now we just kite a bit. Because of the fact that we're using the talent frenetic speed, we can most of the time just outrun a lot of minions. Especially if you blink away and then you just use Scorch, right? Like, as you can see, he's catching up on me. But at the moment... Oh, he has a leap, so... unlucky. But as you can see, by just using Scorch, most of the time, I can just outrun him. He's getting close. Ice Nova. And he doesn't do anything. And that's basically why we're using that talent alone already, just in Torghast. Because of just how strong it is for solo content. Now we go forward. Oh no. That's a chest. The way how I do chests is just pure RNG. I just smash every single thing and hope I get it gets open. There is like a little riddle behind it, but I don't know which one. And since I know I'm probably going to be stuck on the chest quite a while, I'm just going to use my combustion. Because this pack is still dangerous. And it's that. Perfect. Let me just kill the one mall rat that's left. There we go. Gonna free the guy as well. Since this is our 5th soul that we freed, we're having a 5% intellect increase as well. Okay, so I have no idea how this works. It's usually, for me, I just click random things. And then it works somehow. Like, I do have some sort of a system behind it. Oh, now we have to go there. Oh, it's annoying. Oh, wait, it was open. It was open. There we go. See? I have no way on how I know this works. Okay, so the powers that we have, right? I can gain Firestarter or another image for your mirror images. We will gain talent Firestarter. I don't like this talent at all because it's just gone the moment where the target hits below 90%. So I'm not going to pick that one. What I'm going to do, I'm going to take another Sapphire Prism. So my mirror images are summon 5 now. So it's quite a lot. And it will help you out as well for when you need to kite on later bosses and you're not sure whether you can survive it or not. Just by clicking mirror images, they will take 5 hits in total. So you don't have to worry about 5 hits. And maybe you then have your shield cooldown up again, so you're fine with the amount of health that you have. So I'm just looking really into what is fine for me and how far can I push the button, basically. Like, how far can I push myself in order to not die? Since I have combustion, I'm just gonna pull this one and the pack next to it. Use mirror images because it was hurt quite a bit. Now we just combust here. Make sure everything dies. As you can see, I only have 1 images left already. So I don't even know how close it would have been actually if I didn't use mirror images. But as you can see, because we're taking the long route, just getting free power. Sure, just give me a shorter cooldown on blink. Those are really just up to you, right? Like, do you have to have a shorter cooldown on blink? Do you rather take Ice Nova? I myself like it to have a short cooldown on blink, because most ads are melee, so you can just blink away. But you could just also pick the Ice Nova one, because in the end, they're kinda just the same, right? Like, you're using bow to get away from the minions, so it's really whatever. I'm gonna use all the time already, because I see that I am quite low, and they have more HP than I expected. So we're gonna do that. Use shifting power. Now we just guide a bit. Use Ice Nova. And we're just killing it. There we go. On to the final boss. 209k HP. I'm out of combat. I always make sure I'm full HP before I pull a boss though, because I don't know how hard they are gonna hit. They might have an ability to hit like for 50% of HP, or they're barely doing anything. Like, it can be both. I'm just gonna make sure I just do my single target opening, right? Now we just pop everything, interrupt it, use alter time because he's hitting us now. No. I wanted to use my Dragon Breath, but it was too slow. So now we're feared, which is, yeah, just annoying. Nothing really special. Use Rune of Power to gain more of our damage back again. Using mirror images because I'm actually... He actually chunks quite a bit. Interrupt the fear because I don't want to run again. It's annoying. And then we just... kill it. Yeah, there we go. This is a difficult choice. We can take another Wand of Grease, which will make our fireball hit. Yeah, it has a shorter cast time. We can take the Blazing Soul, which will basically just give you more survivability. So, if you're having issues with survivability, taking this power is actually really good. Since the moment you blink, you're gonna get a Blazing Barrier, right? But I know, I feel like, okay, I'm fine. And since we already have the Seeker Scroll stacked up to almost 100, which is the max, taking Rune Clot Wrappings as my power is going to make sure that my opener on the bosses out of Invis is going to hit like a truck. Like, I did have like a run where I actually crit for like 1.1 million, which is insane. So now we're at the floor where we can just buy our powers, free everything, destroy everything, so you gain the most out of it. Here we go. Destroy more vases. As you can see, 81. And here's a few more as well. 88. Okay, this is actually really unfortunate. So, on the 3rd floor, you can see which last boss is going to be, right? I know this boss is going to have a shield at the beginning. So I just picked the power Runecloth weapons, which is going to be totally useless because he has a shield which takes 9 hits in order to get reduced to 0. So I know for the next time I don't want to take this anymore because this boss I won't be able to use it on because he has a shield. So this guy, I usually just buy all these powers. Oh, Fire Juggler? Fire Juggler is the best one ever. Like, Fire Juggler makes it so every boss is a joke. Fire Juggler, you're going to be able to juggle the boss up in the air. Ooh. Yeah, we're going to take this. Like, 3% monster is not worth it compared to 3 on Phantasm. And we can also still use it on this floor. Became able to... Nah, I'd rather have my crit chance increase. Because we usually kill a lot already. We don't need to know really what has powers or not, right? And since we just got 3 more 100 Phantasm, we can buy some more. I'm gonna buy a Resolution Medallion once, because of the fact I really like the additional barrier that we're gonna get. Like the amount of damage. Like right now, our barrier is 15k. That's a lot of damage we can save out. Gonna buy a Wand of Grease, because we're using Fireball a lot. And besides that, we're just gonna hold our Stickney, I think, for the next area. Yeah, I'd rather just save it for the final part. And we're gonna have the free power on this floor. Let's go! And that's why. And that's why we picked Sapphire Prism. The moment you have a lot of mirror images and this thing, holy shit, dude. Your mirror images are gonna hurt like a truck. I always recommend to take that power. It's so amazing. It hits so hard. Like, basically, they're able to cast Greater Pyroblasts, yeah? Your mirror images are able to cast Greater Pyroblasts. So I'm gonna give you, like, check it out, yeah? Check it out. We have 5 of them. Hold on. There you go. There you go. And it's that thing hit for 14k! Like, bro! Like, what the actual fuck? And they last for 40 seconds. Yeah, like, okay. I know my boss damage is fine now, purely because of the fact that I have multiple mirror images that have empowered abilities. They are able to Dragon Breath, they're able to fucking CC, they're able to hit like a truck because of Greater Pyroblast. So I know this run is over. I know it's fine. So now I don't necessarily have to do everything anymore, but I'm still gonna do it because of the fact that you might have not been as lucky as me, and then you still want to clear everything on each floor in order to get more powers, right? You can also just do it for the fun. Like, why not? Right? You might as well just gain ridiculous powers. So what I'm just looking for right now is just powers that are going to increase my mirror images even more. So maybe I will get powers that allow me, whenever I blink, that my mirror that I spawn the mirror images. That one exists as well. So that's my goal now. Just looking for abilities that are going to help me out with my mirror images or for survivability. I don't know which way to go, so I'm just going left. I mean right. And after that, I will see where I need to go. I might go the wrong way. I might not. I have no clue. I don't know. So we're just going this way. That looks like a really spicy pack. They're all stacked up together. Okay, and then we get up here as well. Can move. But yeah. I also got a power Fire Juggler, right? So you're able to interrupt enemies a lot now, purely by just using Fire Blast. And since Fire Blast is in your main rotation already, and during competition use it a lot, Fire Blast is just gonna be a CC train on bosses. Like, it's really strong. So mirror images are off cooldown. Since we know my mirror images are now a DPS increase, I'm just gonna press it off cooldown. Like, I know these guys are gonna deal a shit ton of damage to this guy. It's gonna Bloodlust as well. And it's dead because mirror images are OP. Like, it's actually insane. Like, it just kills everything. Yeah, I still Bloodlust, right? Because of the fact that I'm not sure. Might have been really dangerous. Like, they might have just hit like a truck. Like, they do still hit like a truck. As you can see, my health is going away. So if I didn't actually Bloodlust, I might have just rocked Cauterize again. Which I don't want to. Oh, sorry about it. So we just eat up again. And we just get ready. So we're actually picked the correct route. So that's nice. Like most of the time, after floor 3, you're usually fine. Right? So we don't have to go all the way back in order to loot all of the Stignia there. Not Stignia? Phatasma. I guess you can see that one is from if we went the other side. But we're already strong enough. And we know that we don't have to go there anymore. Because, to be honest, Torghast takes a really long time. Like, Torghast already takes a really long time, so to do something like this, you really need to take an hour aside. It's something you really need to invest some time in. Because you really have to do it, right? In order to get all your soul ash that you need for your legendaries that you're going to be crafting. So you kind of have to, you're kind of stuck with this. So you have to do this. Oh, I forgot to use my mirror images. Well, he's getting close, right? So I'm just going to use alter time after my mirror images are gone. Like, see? I was not able to interrupt that one. Now I am. Otherwise, they all got feared. Now I have time to actually just walk out. Don't know what they are doing. But as you can see, the damage meters. Greater Pyroblast is second. And those are all just coming from my mirror images. The powers that we can get. This one is good for if you need healing. So if you're like to just keep chain pooling, this one is a good pick to take. But I just rather take it slow and chill. I'm not a fan of this one because we don't have any additional powers to back it up. So I'd rather just take for another Wand of Grease because of the fact that we already have 100 stacks. So it will increase our damage on Fireball by quite a lot. Since we only have like, how long of cast time? We have a 1.2 second cast time. So that's really short and really great. So now we're on floor 5. And this floor, yeah. This is the easiest floor in my opinion. Like at this point you're so stacked with powers that you're just gonna go through it quite fast. So as you can see, the first few floors did take quite a while, right? But afterwards, not really. Like as you can see, we're just so strong. Like we're just killing everything, dude. It's insane.
I need a target.
All right, cool. So, all right, as you can see, this guy actually has quite some health. Just gonna use Combust. And use Fire Juggler. So that he cannot, yeah, how do you say it? So he can't get to us, right? So like, see, like, look at him go. It's such an amazing spell. Power. Just gonna use my mirror images for additional damage. Spell stealing this. This is the spell that actually increases our haste, right? As you can see, it stacks up and it keeps going until 5 stacks, I think, but I'm not sure. It depends. It depends. Since it's already really difficult to get that buff up anyway, so I never have it really on high stacks. Because I just can't get enough. But yeah, as you can see, just compare this to the first floor, right? And we're already shredding to enemies way faster than what we were sorry, than what we were doing, right? So we just eat up again, and then we just kill everything again in order to just yeah, basically go to the last floor and finish this run up. Go, gonna spell steal the haste, but since defense I'm fine already. And maybe we get another stack. There we go, like, oh, 10% again. And this just helps out as well, like on little things like your Fire Blast. Like Fire Blast is a shorter cooldown, a moment you have more haste as well. So it's 8.1 second per recharge, so if we just wait a bit, like he's gonna increase his haste, I think. 7.7. So if you just spell steal all the time, like your combustion is also going to be on a shorter cooldown. It's going to be very helpful. Since we have all our cooldowns, we're just going to blast this down. Like it doesn't matter that we pull those as well. As you can see, mirror images. Just use creative pyroblast and everything dies. And we get a free power. But I'm collecting the power later because I have my mirror images still up. I kind of want to utilize those. So it will be a waste to just stand still now and loot, right? So it's better for me if I'm just going to keep going. Interrupt, so they deal less damage as well. Mirror images is going to be almost over. Now we can loot. Well, this one, it wouldn't have been a big issue if we picked it from the start because it was the only power. But if you have like 3 options and they're all really close, then you're kind of just wasting uptime on the buff that is normally just a damage increase. So that's why I usually rather also just kill everything with my cooldowns and then loot. Because Fire Mage, everything is about having combustion. So the more combustion you have, the more damage you have, and yeah, that just keeps going. So we know that's the end. And I know I am already fine for the last boss. But I'm still going to clear the other side. Because what if you're not strong enough, right? Like, I know that I'm strong enough for the last boss, but I'm just doing it for the people that, hey, maybe I'm not sure if I'm strong enough. But then you just keep clearing, right? It never hurts the more powers you have. Who knows? Maybe the next power that we're going to get is ridiculously overpowered. Maybe it isn't. We'll see it right now. Well, not a lot. Well, since haste is our best stat, I would really like to get haste increase. So we go from 8.1 seconds to 7.9. And Fireball is still the same cast time. It's still 1.2. Then now we're going to have a petrol. We can just use our combustion. There we go. And it's down. Maybe we are lucky. No, we're not lucky. I was like, maybe we can cheek in some more. We're just going to use mirror images into my shifting power. Reduce the cooldown of mirror images as well. Spell steal. No, never mind. Just a second slow. Like, Greater Pyroblast just kills everything. Yeah. Like, I just told you guys about loot after you kill things with your cooldowns. And then here I am. I'm already looting. I'm just really greedy. Spell steal. You gain a buff. And then everything just dies. And then now we should... Now they should disappear soon. I hope they get one cast off. Yeah, let's go. Okay, that target is dead. Like, beyond that. And then we go back to collect the free intellect behind us. As you can see, we're going to have a 15% increased intellect at the end. Because I think there in total are always 15 of those. Not sure. Might be more, might be less. Okay, then here we have a puzzle as well, right? This one is easier to understand. So first you need to figure out what they all do. Like, there are 4 skulls here, but it might be other things as well. So how to unlock these is basically you go through. So as you can see, this one also changes this one. So you need to keep that in mind. So this one changes 2. This one changes all 3 of them. This one is a solo change, so you're gonna do this one last. This one is gonna change them all first. So what you want to do is find the first one that you have to do. Make sure that one is unlocked. Then we know this one is gonna do all 3. So what we're gonna do is unlock this one. Then we click this, because we know this one is also doing the other skull. Move that, and then this one is not gonna do any other one. And then there we go. 3 power. It's not that difficult. It's quite easy. The moment you understand it, right? Well, since we didn't Bloodlust, we might as well just Bloodlust here. And we also just mirror images. And as you can see, Soul Juggler can sometimes kind of bug out a boss. Like, if you have a lot of charges going on after one another, you're gonna bug out a boss, and it's amazing. Okay, so remember what I told you guys, right? On the 3rd floor, we saw that the boss is gonna be a boss with a shield, because I did that boss before, right? So I know taking Rune Cloth wrappings is not gonna be of value, because the first hit that we're gonna do is reduced by 90%. And since we only can use the Invis one the moment we come out of stealth, we are not really able to utilize this power. As if we're going to Invis during the fight, he's just going to despawn, right? So we can't really do that. This is also just useless now, because the only thing that we have to kill is the last boss. So we're just going to pick the Phantasm. Like, that's not a bad choice. Like, Phantasm is always great, because you can use that on the vendor, right? So that's not a big deal. You can still just do that. It's totally fine. And this is the shield I was talking about, by the way. Hardened Shell. Damage taken reduced by 90%. Spells and attacks against casters weakens the shell. So our first damage is going to be decreased by 90%. So we can still Invis at the beginning for a little bit more damage, but it's not worth it. It's not worth it. So now we're going to have the Anima powers again. I always buy those plundered Anima cells, because they're awesome. They're really, yeah, you can just get more valuable powers. And we're just gonna buy the versatility together with the blink cooldown, because this one is gonna give healing. We don't need that. Ice Nova reduction, don't need that. Flame Strike, we don't need that. So we don't need those. Let's check it out. What we get from our powers. Increase health. We don't really have healing, so taking Blood Gorged Leech is actually quite helpful, because what if we get hit and we can't heal ourselves up again? With this one, we can just get healing. I'm just gonna rather pick that one, even though the other one was gonna give 45% HP. Oh, this one is what I was looking for, right? Clouded Diamond. Since our mirror images are stronger than normal, and if we blink now as well, we will leave behind a mirror image, which is the stronger variant as well. So this one will also cast Greater Pyroblasts. So that's amazing. Your strength, agility, stamina, and intellect are increased by 30%, but you are no longer able to jump. This one is always good. It's always just a flat-out DPS increase. I haven't seen any instance that you have to use a jump in order to dodge something. So just picking that one is totally fine. Then we're going to the end. Since we still got 1 charge of Rune Cloth wrappings, right? We're still going to start with an Invis Pyroblast. And then I combusted. You should not do that, actually. Like, I'm stupid, because this guy has a shield, right? And we combusted while he has, like, still a lot of charges left. So we're going to lose a lot of our damage. And now we use our mirror images, because they are going to do damage. Use Rune of Power. Use up all your charges. Then Shifting Power doesn't necessarily hit the boss. Interrupt the heal ability. And now we just already cast Scorch. And it's already that. Like, look at this. Look. The mirror images. They dealt 40% of my damage. 40. It's a lot. Like, I really love the mirror images build, because it's ridiculously strong. And besides that, mages really don't have that great of powers, to be honest. You have the power that increases also your Flame Strike by 850%. That one is good. It's only for 1 floor at a time, right? And as you can see, our Fireball actually did more than our Pyroblast, because of the fact that we have 100 stacks of Secret Scrolls, right? So it is worth it, right? just pick these random power that are increasing your fireballs. Because in the end, it's gonna be stronger than your Pyroblast. But that was my way on how to do Tower of Torghast. You can, of course, I did it on a layer 8 in the floor. What's it called again? We did it on the layer Cold Heart Interstitia, but still doesn't matter. Even though I did it on this floor, I can utilize all of my tips and tricks on any other layers as well, right? Like I could use those as well on Mortar Gar. I can use those on the floors that are going to be open next week. So even though I did it on this layer, you can still use it on all the other layers as well. Last time, this is my talent setup that I'm running. This is my gear that I'm currently running. With the Fevered Incantation Legendary, by the way. Good to show that at the beginning. I'm a Night Fae Mage. And I'm using the Dreamweaver together with the Infernal Cascade Conduct and the Master of Flame Conduct. You can also use Discipline of the Grove, actually. Like, those two are really close together for Tower of Torghast. You might actually be better off using the Discipline of the Grove. But it's not that big of a difference. So, yeah. That was actually it for this video. So, thank you all for watching. If you did learn and liked something, then please leave a like and subscribe. It will really help me out a lot, actually. You know what? You might even be bored and you're like, yo, maybe want to check out my stream. You can check that out on twitch.tv/Itzzdivinity. I will be live, like, I'll be live a lot since, yeah, just playing the game, you know, like, it's fun. But yeah, that was it. And yeah, anyway, have a good day and bye-bye.